What is up, world? What is up, world? What is up, world? You are in tune to the Cowboys Global Cast. It's your main man, Mod. I'm here flying solo. Tom send his regards. And definitely he is going to be back here pretty soon. We are really happy at this point. I mean, we have nice things. I'm going to say that. We have nice things. What's up, Tim Lyons? The Cowboys last week defeated the Cleveland Brownies 33-17. It was a team victory. It was one of those victories where you look at it and you say, okay, the team is better, And I said before that the year had started, when I talked about the Cowboys, I told people, I said, hey, Zim is gonna make the Cowboys better. Not that I didn't appreciate what Dan Quinn did. Dan Quinn, DQ was good. I think in the locker room is where it wasn't good, right? The players sometimes need to be kicked in their butt. It is what it is. That's why they need coaches, right? What's up, sir? J. Steve. That's why they need coaches, man. And at this point, I think Zim's voice is being heard in the locker room. You're seeing a lot of scheme and schematical differences too. So he took the athletes that Dan Quinn had, right? And he took those athletes and he put them in his system and it fits, right? He's putting the right people in the right places. Now, granted, it's just one game and Deshaun Watson didn't look like Deshaun Watson. But my point is, I think Deshaun Watson didn't look like Deshaun Watson because we made him not look like Deshaun Watson, right? We made Deshaun Watson not look like Deshaun Watson. And I think, defensively, you saw a lot of that. Overshown was a player that, I was glad to see back. I mean, he had the ACL, he had that ACL tear last year, and we're good. It's good to have him back. I mean, I've seen him play in Texas all the time, and I know that he's an explosive player, and he can really make a difference on your defense, especially if you put him around some other dogs like Michael Parsons, Tank Lawrence. You got dogs, Diggs. You got dogs out there, right? So defensively, I think we did a lot and we showed a lot, but there's still more to show. And I think Zim is putting these people in the right position for we can have, a really good season defensively. Offensively, it was good to see the return of Ezekiel Elliott. It was good to see Zeke come back. And, of course, he didn't tear it up. He didn't blow everybody away with his performance. But 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing, that's a good day. And where you saw Zeke end up having the most success is in pass protection. And I think that's going to, throughout the season, you're going to see that even more. Zeke is going to be able to pick up things for Dak and allow Dak to make some better throws. I do need to see more from Jalen Brooks. I do need to see more from Jalen Tolbert. I think, Jalen Brooks and Jalen Tolbert need to step up. I want to see if Flournoy is going to get a look at. He was inactive on this last game. But again, we won 33-17. It was nice seeing my guy Turbo get one and take one back. Turbo Turpin take one back to the house. It was nice seeing him finally get one of those returns. One should have had one in the San Francisco game in the playoffs. I mean, it was like, dude, go to the left side. But anyway, so this week, man, we're getting ready. We're gearing up for the New Orleans Saints. And, as I'm looking at it, man, the Saints last week just totally blew out the Panthers, right? They totally blew the Panthers out last week. And the Panthers are the Panthers, right? We're playing a noon game, and we're playing at AT&T Stadium, which is an advantage for the boys. But here's the deal. As I'm talking about it, I tell everybody, hey, man, Derek Carr is a good quarterback. But if there's one thing that you can do to Derek Carr, is you can confuse him. And that's the thing that Tom Brady was saying during the broadcast as he was talking about how Zim lives in your head, how he confuses you and gives you pre-snap looks. And, then it ain't what it is. And then, he may pre-snap look and then it is what it is, but he's good at taking away what a quarterback wants to do with the football. So if there's anybody who can make mistakes, I believe that'll be Derek Carr. But I will say this: their pass defense. I went on with Dome Patrol. And we talked about this game. Their pass defense. They do have Lattimore. They do have some young guys over there at corner. Where their weak is at safety. But this game, I think, if you guys are watching, as you're watching, I think the Cowboys will have an excellent rushing game this game, right? I think that they'll be able to run the ball, get north and south, definitely get downfield, and I think our offensive line will be able to lean on them, and we'll have a good running game. Do I expect Dak to have 300 this game? No, but I think he'll throw 2 tutties. We are going to be without Ferguson. I don't think Fergie's going to play this week. He had a knee injury last week, but it's not something. He doesn't have any ACL or MCL damage, which was really we were happy to hear that. But I mean, we got Stevens, we got the young boy we drafted from Michigan. Hopefully those guys can take over the load for Jake. But like I said, what we do need to see more of, I mean, CD is going to be CD. He's going to do CD Lamb things right this week. But we need to see more. We've got to see more from our 3 and our 4. We've got to see more from Jalen Brooks. We've got to see more from Jalen Tolbert. The 2 Jalens need to show out. And Flournoy. I want to see what Flournoy can do. Turbin, he kind of messed up. He dropped one over the middle that he should have caught. And when it comes down to it, I don't know that I trust him that much as a receiver, but if he gets an open space as a receiver, he can be decent, right? But I love him as a returner, and he does his thing. But I look for Rico Dowdell to have a game. I look for Rico to have a game. I look for, the offensive line to really be dominant. And I can see the Cowboys. I'll give you my final score here on the other side. On the other side, like I said, on defense, they're going to have to prove this is a prove it game. Derek Carr is going to literally have to push the ball down the field on us. And he's going to have to really go at the person that he's going to try to go after is Carson. I don't know that that's beneficial. I'll say this. And Tom said this as well. He felt like that Carson could be had, but he was picked on, but he held up. And I feel the same way. I feel like Carson can hold up. Like he missed an interception. You guys, he missed an interception that game. He broke on it, but he didn't even put his hands up. And then the next time they threw it to him, and he dropped it. So, there were 2 he was supposed to have in that game. And I really trust Carson because, he proved it in summer camp. He did. He proved it, and he did his thing. And so that being said, I don't think going after Carson is a smart move. And if Carr does that, I think he'll get 2. I think he'll end up getting 2 picks. I think he throws 2 picks anyway. I think Jordan Lewis gets one of those underneath. Derek Carr likes to go to his tight end. And both of them are good. Juwan Johnson and oh my gosh, I forget the guy's name who played quarterback, and he played Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill, they're pretty decent at tight end. You know what I'm saying? So they're serviceable. And Juwan I like more than others. I even carry him on my fantasy team. But I will say this. Going over the middle is not something you want to do. It's not something you want to do. And also, Zim was talking about how he didn't get Micah enough opportunities. But the thing you got to understand with what Zim is doing in this defense, I need for you guys, all Cowboys fans out there, you got to understand this. Zim is creating one-on-one matchups with Micah, right? So he'll use all other 10 guys to get Micah a one-on-one matchup. And we know Micah and my guy over Watt at the Steelers, 2 guys. Oh, and also not only Micah and Watt, but definitely when it comes down to it, we just played him. He is Garrett. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Garrett is one of those 2 that I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt that you get those guys one-on-one matchups, they're gonna hurt you. And we don't just play Micah in the same place. We're using him as a chess piece. Definitely using him as a chess piece. last but not least, man, when I'm saying and I'm talking about the defense, um, when I'm talking about the defense and I'm talking about what the defense actually does, Zim is really big on trying to get Micah those one-on-one matchups. And if you get Micah one-on-one and you get Tank a one-on-one, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna win those. So game preview. Not even staying on here too long. I just want you to know I see us winning this game 28-14. 28-14. I think Deshaun throws 2 interceptions, difference in the ball game. I think it stays close with the first two. I think like I said, it's gonna stay close to like the first 2-3 quarters, and then we'll be able Derek Carr's mistakes is what opens up the ball game for us though. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. We are DC4L, Cowboys Global Cast on the FFSN network. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you check us out. I'll be back. I appreciate all of the people in the live chat. Mr. Woodside, you're right. I think definitely the Saints and the Cowboys going to be close. The he say, she say, appreciate you. And, totally, we'll be back here to discuss the game in its entirety after, because we got the 12 o'clock game. I'll probably end up doing a post game like right after. And I'm excited about this, man. It's football time, man, and I'm definitely excited. But I'm out of here. I'll holler at you guys. Peace.